side control top. We're just going to do an entrance to leech half guard from bottom. So again, placement of the hands. Ideally, I'm going to bridge and have my left hand on my chest like this, because it's easier to win the underhook. If it's not on this here, I can still kind of bridge a little bit, okay, to win it. So here's fine, probably here's better. Second hand is just going to be monitoring the hip. Again, I never really want to put my hand in this hip, because the card turns this hip, switch positions. You can get your hand caught like in a wrist lock and stuff. You know, at beginner level, we always talk about boxing hand position. You know, keep your hands in boxing hand position, which is fine. But sometimes this hand is actually on my hip, and I have the cross face. I can turn my body this way. Sometimes you can get caught in a wrist lock because his hand's on my hip, and I'm just turning my hip. A better positioning of the hand is about halfway down your forearm in that hip, so you've kind of made a brace position. So it's positioned on top. So again, boxing hand position, so roughly about here. So this hand's never in the hip. Again, if my hand was on the shoulder, I'll do a slight bridge and bring my hand on my chest. So I'm going to win the underhook, and this hand that was monitoring the hip is just going to come between his legs here. I'm going to grab with a thumb up grip. Okay. So from there, I'm going to drop my knee to the mat and extend my leg so I have it as close to his leg as I can. I'll be pushing, and then I just step over and I make that leech hook. So I have my heel back, knee down, engage the hip. Again, if Carl doesn't put a whizzer on him on the back, and then I'm just straight into that roll under sweep. I bring his hips to me. This leg's free the whole time. I just move my hips. See the way I'm on my right hip? I just move to my left hip. And I'm going to keep that position. Last time we were backstepping and getting into side control, I'm just going to hug it. So Carl tries to hip into me, put me back in the guard. It's not going to happen because of that control. The only thing he can do is turn the turtle. So as he turns, I'm putting my weight on his right hip to slow down the turn. My right hand is coming under, so it's travelling all the way under his armpit, and then immediately I latch hand to hand and start to try to get his back on the mat. So placement of my arm. So I'm looking for the head and arm choke. I want my bicep on his left jugular. I'm hand to hand. And again, to finish, all I need to do is put weight to push his right shoulder into his left jugular. So I'm actually going to lift my knees off the mat as I drive forward, and I'm turning the corner. One more time on that. Okay, we've worked this through this mesocycle. This sweep has been the main theme of the no-gi mesocycle. So again, my hands are making frames. My right is not too shallow, so I don't want my hand on the hip. Again, as I bridge, I'm starting to win that underhook, and my other hand comes between the legs. I grab with a thumb up grip. I start to push it towards my right leg as I drop my right leg straight, and then I just hook it and put my leech hook in. So we talked about those pressures. I curl my heel back, knee down, engage the hip. Car's was there on, so that blocks that road path to the back. Immediately I pull myself under, and I'm on my right hip. I just move my hips under his. I keep this control, and I keep the leech hook in. So when I land, I'm taking away that path of Carl hipping into me and trying to put me back in the guard. It's not going to happen because of that control. But he can turn this way, and I'm using my body, so I'm using my elbow to slow that roll down. And now that same hand is coming under the armpit. I grab hand to hand. We'll look at if he stays on the side in a minute. But keep it simple. I'm going to try and flatten him out. Now, you don't start putting any pressure on until I give my bicep. I want my right bicep tight to his left jugular. I'm going to get hand to hand. Sometimes he might do that answering the telephone. So now see the way there's a lot of space at his right shoulder. If that's the case, I'm going to lift my head and bring it right up to the tip of the elbow, so at the end of the lever, And then I just slide it back down again. Alright, this time. Here. Again, head and positioning when I finish the head and arm as I'm turning the corner. That's what I'm doing there. But now I want to put a lot of pressure on the shoulder. I taught this in the past this way by keeping my knees on the mat. But just playing around with this, I can put a lot more pressure on that shoulder by actually lifting my knees off the mat as I turn the corner. So again, make my frames, bridge, and the underhook, stick in the leech hook. The minute that wizard is on, I'm pulling myself in, keeping the hook in, and slowing that roll down as I come underneath. Okay? So maybe I can't get his back on the mat, see the way he's on the side? So from there I don't go bicep deep, I just go forearm deep. So my right forearm's cutting off his jugular. And then from here I'm going to grab my own bicep and I make a frame across the back of his neck. Okay, so left jugular's cut off, I have a frame across the back of the neck, not over the right jugular. I'm going to use his shoulder to do that now. I just church it. So I make a pillow with my left knee, I just slide it forward, plant my right foot on the mat. I haven't stepped over, and now from here I just drive my shoulder into his armpit this way. So it's all frames. It's just this, there's no squeezing. Again. My bridge, doing the underhook, and my leech hook. Go for the rollover sweep. As he starts to turn and coming under, so all I want is this. So if he's on the side, my forearm is against his jugular. Okay. Under my knees, grab my bicep. This comes across the back of his neck. Okay. Now all I need to fill is that space. Okay, at his right shoulder. So I just make a pillow with my left knee. Put my hip on the mat. And now I just lean this way. At no stage am I squeezing. Okay, my shoulders pushing into the back of his right armpit. It's just that, leaning. Sometimes when you go for the head and arm, here, guard answers the telephone, I can come up to the end of the lever. Then he might turn and make that grip on his leg. See the way I take it back a step? Good defense, because he's created space. See the way he's turned? From there, it's Ezekiel all the way. It's just this. And then one more time. So you can't just kind of go where he wants to go. If you can't get his back on the mat, don't try to force his back on the mat. If he's on the side, you can finish. But if he does put his back on the mat, it still is the high percentage move. So I make the frame, bridge, on the underhook. My right hand grabs his foot, straighten my leg and hip to hip, the knee. Put in my hook. The second he puts that whizzer in, I can't take his back. But I can hit the sweep. He can't turn in the knee, and when he turns away, see the way I'm putting my weight on that hip? If I don't, he's straight into turtle. And I've lost the opportunity. So I'm slowing that down with my body, and then this comes underneath. Is all I want here. So option one is head and arm choke. My knees off the mat. He answers the telephone. I come up to the end of the lever, drive it, slide back down again. Remember, I'm turning that corner. Possibly turns on the side and makes that defense. Now my bicep isn't on this jugular, but my forearm is. I grab my bicep. We kind of want to, this is how I would have done it years ago. I would have muscled it more and brought this across the jugular. And then you're squeezing. You'll still get the top. But, you know, as you progress in your journey through Jiu-Jitsu, you kind of want to be more efficient and using less strength and energy. So I just think this is a better way of doing it. Rule of thumb, my thumb's behind the back of his neck. I grab my bicep, and this arm just comes across the back of his neck to make a frame. And I slide my left knee behind the back of his head, plant my foot on the mat. I'm not interested, I don't need to step over. Now my shoulder drives his shoulder into his right jugular. Just like by leaning, I'm not squeezing. So when we're here, it's just this, it's not this. Okay? So, how about that, guys, yeah?